Bunny Boy Review! Hello, humans. Welcome to my new spoiler-free series, where I review Final Fantasy XIV races and jobs as if they were delectable dishes the devs have created for our consumption. As it stands right now, we can't eat male bunnies, except, well, maybe in that way, but as we all know, this is a very family-friendly channel, and I am extremely say-so, which means we're not gonna talk about that, thanks. At the end, I will give it a rating out of 5 McNuggies, as they are the gold standard to which all master chefs aspire. Visuals! Starting off strong with this one, humans, because woo! I mean, alright, fine. In my personal opinion, the flavor of Phase 4 is extremely sour, so I would never recommend it. I know exactly what they were going for. It ain't for me, and not for 90% of other people, I imagine. But phases 1, 2, and 3, powerful. 1 is a shade-slinging machine. 2 is the picture of the ooh-woo boy. And 3 in particular will cleanse you of sin. It is the notorious Final Fantasy pretty boy. The Cloud Strife and Noctis look that everyone was always asking for. It reminds me of Legolas, and in retrospect, Legolas can be blamed for my current degeneracy. 3-year-old me should have never been exposed to such a man. I can only imagine the brain deforming that the devs are causing by making this race exist. But I mean, it can't be much worse than cat girls, right? And if this is the starting gear for female Vieira, I'm pretty sure anything goes in their minds. The poses are pretty run-of-the-mill, nothing too special, until you get to the sit emote, which oozes Sigma energy. True power stance right here. But of course, if you want a soft boy pose, you can have it, they got you. Surprisingly enough, for the default stance, they got rid of the slouch everyone was memeing on in the benchmark. Kinda. They still do it a little bit, but now it doesn't warp the armor. Another devastating loss for the male Mikote team. However, we do take one small L in terms of hairstyle options, because the chances you're gonna look like a carbon copy of another bunny boy somewhere across Eorzea is pretty dang high. See, but the thing with that is, considering male Vieira are literally perfect and devoid of flaws, who can blame you for looking generic? Sorry, was I supposed to set out and make a special little snowflake? All I was doing was drooling while creating the blonde alpha prompto I've always wanted. RIP to them, but we're different. 5 out of 5 McNuggies. Easy. Emotes. To be fair, you need an extremely high IQ to understand male Vieira emotes. They're quite deep. Oh, I've seen the complaints. But Lucy, these emotes are so boring. They're so bare bones, I can hardly see any emotion in these. But my dear human, isn't that part of the appeal? Their stoic nature, combined with their handsome features, is the key ingredient to their seduction. You see, male Mikote are going for the Genki XD Desu aesthetic, and male Vieira are going for the my heart is broken, welcome to my twisted mind aesthetic. Two very different yet respectable choices. However, my emo kid daddy issues compel me towards the latter. And this is also my Zepla call-out post. How dare you say the Think-A-Boat looks like he's smelling his finger? Because now I can't unsee it. How could you do this to me? Anyway, with my obligatory cringe out of the way, thinking about their lore, these subdued emotes make sense. The female Vieira also have pretty low-key motions, so imagine what would be expected if you lived out in the forest or the coldest mountains, surrounded by an utter sausage fest of forever alone dude bros hunting to survive and stay alive for the sole purpose of sowing your seed. And then you make a die. Emotion is weakness. Besides, does your doze emote sound vaguely like another family-friendly activity? Didn't think so, cat girl. But this welcome emote, the power it holds over me. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp! Ow. 5 out of 5 McNuggies. Voices. As we all been knew, voices in this game are extremely hit or miss. As far as emote voices go, I think male Vieira have more hits than misses. But when it comes to combat voices, they're just all over the place. See, I chose voice 1 because it's got that quiet yet cute gap moe going on, but he loves to scream a little bit during battle. Don't we all want to scream sometimes? On the other hand, he sounds like Link with a few of these, so that's a plus for him. I can't be the only Link stan who just so happens to play male Bun, but overall, it's a very mixed bag. You're gonna have to compromise somewhere, whether it's on the battle voice or the emote voices. In particular, voice 10 is... It's, It's something. It's definitely powerful. It'll cut through any other noise, whether that's battle sound effects, the BGM, your own battle cries, or the literal apocalypse. Authorities will soon be replacing all police sirens with this guy's voice. Such is the extent of its volume and the fear it strikes within the soul. So the voices are kind of an L or a W if your only interest is intimidating cat girls into submission. 3 out of 5 McNuggies, sadly. Cutscenes. Everyone knows that the Warrior of Light can look pretty weird from certain angles, and bunny boys are no exception, but dear Satan, did I find myself taking more MSQ screenshots than ever before with this boy. These bunnies are just so pretty. Now, as the benchmark shows, some angles expose his double chin. I guess he never skips an offer for some of Mommy's chicken tendies. And it shows. It's not the most flattering POV, but honestly, if I had this staring at me every night before bed, I still wouldn't complain. One drawback about these subdued expressions is that sometimes something horrible is happening on screen, but he just looks mildly perturbed, like, oh, darn, guess I better go fix that. And really, that just means he's completely unbothered. The further I get into this review, the more I realize every choice they've made is in service of establishing male bun supremacy. They want us to know that these men are the alpha, the omega, the end and the beginning. Now I realize why they kept them until Endwalker. The symbolism would make even Shakespeare weep in a jealous rage. I have to give this 5 out of 5 McNuggies. You know how it is. And so, after sampling the fresh flavor of the male Vieira, in total, I would give them 4.5 out of 5 McNuggies. I know, you thought it would be a 100% rating, but to be honest with you humans, I can't do that when we can't wear hats, and we don't have access to most of the hairstyles in the game. Granted, many of these hairstyles are bad anyway, so who would want them? But I counter that sentiment with me, kid, because I'm the type of person who wants something stupid like a card in a gacha game, and then no longer cares once I have it. So once the dev chefs add this final ingredient, I may consider giving them 5 out of 5 McNuggies, with the battle noises turned all the way off anyway. If male Vieira were a meal, they would be a delectable dessert. Something that a TV commercial would call sinful and indulgent, while streams of chocolate gush before your eyes. But that stream is made of a completely different material in my case. Oh shit, I think I just felt YouTube breathe over my shoulder. By that, I mean my stream would be made of human blood, because I find that way tastier than chocolate. Dessert is something that's completely unnecessary and does you more harm than good. But without dessert, we would have no reason to live. A world without male Vieira is a world without cake. And I'm just surprised we made it this long without them. Don't sweat it though. My cringe bun will be around for ages to come. Or until they shut down the servers. Little do they know, degeneracy can't be killed. Oh, wait, yeah. This is the part where I put in a rap. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, sure. Don't worry about it. Yeah, fine, that's fine. Don't need a daddy with a bunny boy fatty. They're just pixel sadly, but me too, so don't add me. Ain't hard to see that I have been down badly, but I wouldn't really mind going down on his buns, actually. I'm disgusting. Hear you unsubbing. Swear I can change. Just wait. First, let me finish sucking. At the game. That's what I meant. Yes, please. I'm say so very pure. Swear I'm not obsessed. No, I'm not a simp, but I wouldn't start a fit if a bunny tried to hit and gave a girl a limp. Fine, I'm a shrimp. Guess it's time to admit that if YouTube cops out, I'll let Vieira be my pimp.